Swilkins here today, your favorite 5th grade teacher. Today we are going to be practicing and applying and evaluating expressions using the order of operations. Now, we learned about the order of operations in a previous lesson, but just to remind you that the order of operations is a strategy we apply when we have more than one operation in an expression. So back in my day, we used to call that please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and you can't forget left to right. That is an important part of the order of operations. The P stands for what? What does the P stand for? Go ahead, say it. The P stands for parentheses. What does the E stand for? The E stands for exponents. For instance, if we had a number, let's say 2, and then the number floating in the air would be called the exponent. So the E stands for exponents. The M stands for multiply. The D stands for divide. The A stands for add. Of course, the S stands for subtract. We can't forget the rule at the bottom, which means if multiplication or division, addition or subtraction, solve it left to right, okay? So I'm going to practice one problem from your book. We're going to apply the order of operations. The directions say, evaluate each expression. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because I want you to show the work this way. Out of everybody who sent me their work, I did not see anyone take the time to show their work the appropriate way, which means you need to go back and try again. So you can go grab a sheet of paper right now and do problem number 6 with me. If you don't have that book or you're wondering what book I'm talking about, we are using the 5th grade McGraw-Hill My Math book, and we are going to be working from page number 538. If you don't have that book, that's okay. You can get a sheet of paper and try the problem with me, okay? So the first thing you're going to do when you're showing your work appropriately, you're going to copy the problem down exactly as you see it from the book. So this one is parentheses 2 times 2 to the 2nd power. There's an exponent here, close parenthesis, times parenthesis 4 plus 7, close the parenthesis, okay? Today in this video, I'm going to use the colors red, yellow, blue, and green. Why are we using those colors? Because your brain loves those colors, okay? So when we evaluate the expression, the word evaluate means to solve. You need to show your work exactly as you see me do it today. Why do you need to show your work exactly as I see it today? Because as you progress in math skills, the problems are going to have more layers to them. Having work in random places all over your page is not going to work. Also, it applies or shows a clear direction that you applied each one of these steps of the order of operations. All right, according to the order of operations, what are we going to do first? Hopefully you said parentheses. Parentheses always come first, and I always like to say parentheses will say, hey, solve me first. That's what they say. Hey, solve me first. So let's go ahead and do what's inside the parentheses first. So we have 2 times 2 to the 2nd power. I know 2 to the 2nd power is the same thing as 2 times 2, okay? What is 2 times 2? What is 2 times 2? Okay, think about that. Now I'm going to rewrite everything else. And now I'm going to solve. 2 times 2 is 4. Rewrite everything else. You're probably like, what? Huh? I got to do all of that? Yes, you do. I want you to show work at each and every step. Now I'm going to do what is 2 times 4. Write that down. Rewrite everything else. Okay? When we are done, we're going to have what I like to call a pizza pie with a pepperoni at the bottom. All right, let's keep going. Now I'm going to do my next set of parentheses. Parentheses always say, hey, solve me first. What is 7 plus 4? What is 7 plus 4? Hopefully you have your answer and you have it written down already. 7 plus 4 is 11. So I'm going to write that down. Now rewrite everything else. Okay? Now what is 8 times 11? 8 times 11 is 88. Now I have my final problem. Now I'm going to create my pizza pie with the pepperoni at the bottom. The pepperoni at the bottom is your final answer. So this is the way you're supposed to be showing your work. It's nice, neat, organized. I can see what happened at every single step of the problem. I can see where you apply the order of operations. I want you to keep it organized. Let's try to do another one in the handy dandy notebook, as I like to call it. So we are going to try question number 7. We just finished question number 6. So in my notebook or on your sheet of paper, you're going to put number 7. Okay. Remember, we are working from my math page 538. Putting that there always is kind of helpful as well. So the first thing I'm going to do to show my work is write down the problem for number 7 exactly as I see it, which is 10 times bracket, parenthesis, 7 to the 2nd power, plus 3, close a parenthesis, minus 9, close the bracket. Now remember, brackets mean the same thing as braces. So down in the margin of my paper, I'm going to write down the order of operations just to remember which operations to apply first. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. All right. Remember, the P stands for what? What does the P stand for? P stands for parentheses. The E stands for exponent. In this problem, we have a problem base and an exponent. So the number floating in the air, it's called your what? It's called the exponent. M stands for multiply. D stands for divide. A stands for add. S stands for subtract. Don't forget at the bottom, if multiplication or division or addition or subtraction, solve from left to right. That is important information. Now, let's go ahead and begin to solve and apply the order of operations. Now, I just told you that brackets are going to mean the same thing as parentheses, okay? Brackets are going to say, hey, solve me first. So that means I want to do what's inside of my brackets first. And what's inside of my brackets? What do you know? There's a set of parentheses. All right, so let's start with the set of parentheses, okay? So inside, let me rewrite my brackets because I'm going to do my parentheses first. Inside of my brackets, I have 7 to the 2nd power. The exponent always tells you how many times to multiply the base. This is not 7 times 2. Nope, 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 no. This is 7 times 7. So I'm going to do 7 times 7 plus 3 minus 9. What is 7 times 7? What is 7 times 7? 49. Now rewrite everything else, okay? Let's rewrite everything else. You're probably like, huh? What? Why do I have to do that? It's going to keep your work nice and organized at every single step, okay? Rewrite everything else. All right, I'm going to give you a minute to do that. Did you rewrite everything else? Good. Now, what is 49 plus 3? 49 plus 3. We're going to write that answer right underneath. 49 plus 3. What is it? It is 52. Okay, now rewrite everything else. Don't forget to rewrite your brackets. Now I'm going to do what's inside of my brackets. The brackets are going to scream just like the parentheses do. Hey, solve me first. What is 52 minus 9? Now, if you can't do that in your head, outside of your work here, and you're next to your margin, you can do 52 minus 9. All right, but I don't want work all over your paper because it becomes hard for you and me to figure out what it is that you're solving. So over here close to your margin, do 52 minus 9. If you cannot do that mentally, I have a bigger bottom borrow, bigger number on the bottom. I'm going to regroup. What's 12 minus 9? 3, and bring down your 4. So that means 52 minus 9 is 43. Now rewrite, bring down everything else. Bring down your multiplication symbol, bring down your times 10. So what is 10 times 43? I know this is a power of 10. It has 1 0. So 10 times 43 is going to give me 430. Now we're done. We can put our pizza pie with the pepperoni at the bottom. That's how I want to see each of you showing your work.